All right. A little technical difficulties never hurt nobody. Uh, transitioned. I, I don't know why it didn't save my mic. It was all plugged in, ready to go. Go pin it. Do the transition. Start talking. Nothing. So y'all can hear me. I hope. Um, Welcome. Good afternoon, everyone. Although, for one person who says it is 6 a.m., don't know if you're waking up early or been up way too late, unless it's not early for you. 6 a.m. is early for me. I woke up like an hour ago to watch the race. That's not true. That's what it definitely feels like, though. And oh boy, what a race! What a race! Hope y'all having a good day, because depending on who you're rooting for, you're having a plum rotten day. Especially if you're Pollo Loco Reflector, we're gonna get into those days for them. But if you're goes Plasma Super Bowl or not Super Bowl, yeah, no, Silver Bolt, not Super Ball. They look different. The names look similar. But if you're Silver Bolt, goes Plasma, and if you're me, with this bingo card, it might be pretty alright. So this is gonna be a short stream. Knowing me, I might be able to stretch it to an hour. But there's only like a 3-minute race. This is over quick. New course. So that looks like it is going to be 5 courses run twice. So races 1 and 2 are at the same location. This one was at a different location, but I think race 4 is going to be at this same location. And I actually am not opposed to that idea, because there are some racers that definitely needed a better result on the race 2 that they didn't get in race 1, and then some of the other competitors, goes Plasma Amethyst, they crashed out in race 2, but they still got those medals in race 1. So I think having the repeat courses will give some parity, unless a marble decides, a racer just decides to win every single one and doesn't even matter. So race 4 is going to be at the same track, and we do have the lineup for that. So we're going to go into that and compare the starting gate to the results from this one. So they run each course twice, just flipping the starting grid for the next one. Huh. Yeah. There's that gate. Let's see if I can make this tiny. Can make it tiny. Joe Viridian on the Marble Base Discord page made these. I believe they're a member of the JMA in some facet. They have the fancy shield like they're higher up with everything. So this is what the starting gate looks like for race 4. And yeah, it's just this. I really actually don't know how they make the starting grid. I know it's based off of the placement in the previous race, Uh, but I am not math smart enough, which is why I talk about marbles going down inclines for a living. So this race is over before you know it, but the thing with these quick races is that everything happens, and there's so much happening and so little time, so you can't focus on everything what's happening, which is why we do these knee-jerk reactions just to take everything in. Yeah, Slimer. You're gonna see Slimer take the chicane, the chevron, whatever that obstacle is called, to the face. Like, I don't even think they were hungry, and they still ate this obstacle. Yeah. Look, Reflector, Wisp of Darkness, DNFs happen. It's Sand Rally. DNFs happen. Was it 83%, 87%? I really should know these numbers because I am basing odds and parlays and bingos off of this information about DNFs. But a lot of the time, solidly more often than not, there's going to be a race with at least one DNF. But the ghost marble, yeah, that's your job, to free the marbles that are stuck and not get stuck. What are we paying you for? Ghost Plasma definitely didn't have that problem this race. Last race definitely, and we're gonna get into that. Yeah, Duct Tape Goat. Duct Tape has been making moves. And of course, Cool Moody's gonna make a move that should be the thumbnail. But RN3! Red number 3, what happened? I'm waiting for them to take third. Third is pretty solid. That'll help for every marble getting on the podium. That'll help for every it'll help for every marble getting on the podium. It'll help for red number 3 taking third for my bingo card. Wisp of Darkness Metal was a fluke. That's a hot take. They're pretty solid. I was watching some of the previous stuff from like 2016, 2017, and like they're pretty solid. I did not take this spinny roundy into account because I was just watching the front 3 do their thing. This spinny roundy, Super Ball just gets caught right in it. So it's like, boom. There's duct tape. We're going to hit this with that 5 speed. We're going to get it with a half speed. We're getting this drunk Greg Woods. Hold on.
In the Marble Rally.
In the Marble Rally. But we're really watching. Look, Duct Tape Amethyst, no problem. Slimer, no problem. Ghost Cat's Eye. There's just a funky timing with this. That, oh, they just avoided it. Okay, so watch right here. So front 3, no problem. Duct Tape Amethyst Slimer, no problem. Ghost Plasma gets kind of hung up on it, but gets this push. Crazy Cat's Eye is like, oh, I don't want that. I don't want to hit that. Cat-like reflexes. I'm going to avoid that. Bumps it to the side. And then bumps Ghost Plasma along. But instead of going one way or the other, Super Bowl just splits the difference. Just absolutely eats it. It just loses all sorts of speed, all sorts of momentum. Gets hung up again. Now look at what that difference. Like they're only a few links back. And then they just take that to the face, get completely turned around, all sorts of discombobulated, and then it just slows up the rest of the pack. So it just gets that obstacle completely in everyone's way. That spinny roundy bit. Because Super Bowl's hung up, and then Silver Bowl gets hung up, Cool Moody gets hung up, and then it's just a traffic jam. So Super Bowl here in fifth rather. Sixth. Jeez, what's my counting? And like completely out of the conversation. If you're that far back, you're gonna hope there's some unforced errors that all these marbles just careen off the embankments, because that is, it turned a nail biter in terms of getting to the podium into a blowout. And now we can return it to 100% speed, but I need the imbibed Greg Woods again.
Opting to get caught in that
To get caught in that turnstile.
The marbles opting to that low side, quite a few opting to get caught in that turnstile.
Oh, that is beautiful. That is absolutely incredible. Alright, so yeah, that turnstile, unsung hero, unsung villain, did a lot of damage. We need Phil Swift. I mean, we have duct tape. We need Phil Swift. That's a lot of damage. See it, they're rolling. You know, I never really understood these potholes. I guess I don't know what they're really called. Like they definitely tripped up these marbles, as we just saw, but they don't really have a tough time navigating it. It's more of a speed bump than a trap for marbles to fall in and take the slower route. Because I don't think any marble really falls there. I know it's happened once, but it's not that effective. Definitely not like these spinny roundy things. These spinny roundy things and these speed boosts have been the decision maker thus far in this season. So the snake tighten the pack up a bit. This snaking section doing its thing to slow a lot of these marbles up. And then Pollo Loco. GG Pollo Loco had not DNF'd since the 5th race of 2019. It has been 4 years, 3.5, let's call it, split the difference. 3.5 years for Pollo Loco, finishing every race that they've raced in. Now that's over, and they tripped over nothing, not even a leaf. No leaf, no stick, no twig, no rock. This isn't the 2019 dirt race. This is pretty much as smooth a terrain as I've ever seen, but there's still some notches for these marbles to DNF on, obviously, because it happened earlier back in the race, right? Reflector, Wisp of Darkness, and the Ghost Marble, and now Pollo Loco completely untouched. Like, they didn't show a replay of the DNF, but it didn't look like they got hit on anything. And then there's a switch. So here's Duct Tape, liking that they have the leader in with the mid pack in the same shot. Yeah, and then let's just take this frame by frame then. That's some good offense by Ghost Plasma. Just jockeying for that lead. A great defense by Amethyst too. Not making it easy for Ghost Plasma, really making him work for it. They said I might have said Amethyst. I meant Duct Tape. Good defense by Duct Tape. Amethyst is back and forth. They're right there, and there's Crazy Cat's Eye. So it's Duct Tape, Ghost Plasma. Duct Tape with good defense. Ghost Plasma jockeying, and we get to see it right on the far right of the screen. Yeah. Yeah. There it is. Right there. Ghost Plasma's gonna fake a move to the right. Duct Tape cuts that way. Ghost Plasma cuts back left. And then bonks him. That little stiff arm there gives him the lead. Red's watch. Red number 3. What happened? My beloved. Reflector needs to retire. These are spicy takes. Did Reflector get a silver? Absolutely spicy. And then the speed boost. Ghost hit it. Duct Tape did not. That increases the separation. I think that's it for lead changes. Oh man. Now, there's been a lot of criticisms over the camera angles that JMR has used. You can think about the funnels from last year's Marble League. You can think about the Swing Wave, even though I kind of like the angles from Swing Wave. This one is the GOAT. This one is amazing. You can just see the impacts. It's hard to gauge speed from the aerial views, but ground level with this speed, with these hits, you can actually... I think you could actually hear the impacts.
It's taking the top spot back.
Yeah. And then everyone just eating these Super Bowl. Not a great day for Super Bowl at these spinny roundy bits. Yeah, Super Bonk. For real. Yeah, and then Slimer taking it to the face. It doesn't look that bad ground level. But real-time aerial view. Cat's Eye spins it around. Oh, it didn't do a full rotation, I don't think. Oh, no, it did. Okay, so Amethyst, Crazy Cat's Eye sort of just tag team this split. They didn't have the toughest time. Yeah, so Sideways Yeah, okay, so here we are with Cat's Eye and Amethyst. Cat's Eye eats it, spins it clockwise. Amethyst hits it. Doesn't affect Amethyst at all. They were already on that near split. It really just guided them more toward where they're already going. Amethyst navigated that fine. And then Slimer eats it. Eats it. Because when Amethyst hits it, or it hits Amethyst, Newton's third law? I don't know. I failed physics. But that just kicks it back to Slimer. And then Slimer takes it to the face. Look at this. Super bonk. And then it was already in the process of swinging back counterclockwise, because I'm an American, anti-clockwise, for anyone who wants to say it wrong. But when it hits Amethyst, it swings it back counterclockwise. And so it sprunks Slimer backwards from where they originally hit. And now, Super Bowl is going to get absolutely decked by this thing, as with the rest of the mid-pack, just taking it to the face. But look at this. Watch how many frames. So Slimer eats it. They get kicked backwards into the embankment. Impact happens. And there's Super Bowl back in 6th. Slimer's in 5th. Watch how long this just completely wrecks their momentum. They've hit the wall. All momentum stopped. And now watch Super Bowl. Boing, 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 boing. And now they're back. Now they're back off the wall. So, if Super Bowl could navigate this would be a much different story, a much bigger factor. That you're like 50 lengths clear of this guy. You're way back. Yeah, so this is the lead. Yeah, I'd call that 50 lengths back. How am I frame advancing? The period and comma buttons on the keyboard. Period moves a frame forward, comma moves a frame back. And it is some very handy dandy stuff. Oh yeah, and then we're gonna see Cool Moody get some air. That's the thumbnail. That is... Could have been an iconic moment if Cool Moody ran the table on it, but it was still pretty neat watching him go airborne like that. Proud to see Thesaurus Dinosaurus make a cameo in the new Ant-Man movie. Strange how he kills Ant-Man. Spoilers, dude! I still haven't seen Shang-Chi in the 10 Commandments. So yeah, you got 50 lengths. As we digress. Digressing back to normal stuff. So we got 50 lengths between Slimer and Super Bowl. Looking like it's an uncontested lead if this were a lead, because it's 5th. Eats it. Gets sprunked backwards into the wall. Eats the wall. And then comes back to it. If Slimer, if Super Bowl is able to navigate this split, they could make a run for the podium at this race. But instead, they go right and just get a whoop. Be kind, rewind. Need this framed. In videography, amazing. I just talked for like 13 minutes on a second of real-time footage. So, again, 50 length lead. And at the peak, man, physics is not on Super Bowl's side. 50 length lead down to 6. I would call that 6. And everything that can go wrong did go wrong at the split for Super Bowl. Because remember, this is already going back. No. Oh, yeah. Okay, so hits the split rung, gets stuck in between the split and the spinny roundy boy. Silver Bolt, who gave them the right to be good? They did. I'm not asking that question anymore. I'm pink. Silver Bolt had a steep. Remember, Slimer had a 50 length lead. What was the lead? Yeah, so you got 50 lengths. You got about 8. So 58 length lead between Slimer and Silverbolt, between 5th and 7th. And then they get sprunked. And then, yeah, this should have been the thumbnail. I might change it. Because goodness gracious, Great Balls of Fire, even though Balls of Flame, I believe, is in the showdown. And then Catapult. Silverbolt gonna take it to the face, but momentum's on their side, and momentum is not on Super Bowl's side because they just ride the spinny roundy boy all the way up. Look at it. Look at it. Stay in the same spot. And then red number 3. And then red number 3. And it's just a clear path. My goodness. These obstacles, I'm telling you. Race 1, we didn't see a lot of it. Race 2, got a lot of them. Third race. Oh, man. Could you imagine if they put these obstacles in the Marble League Sand Rally? Because I want to see that. I would love to see these obstacles in a sand rally. Event 16. Could you imagine these obstacles, these DNFs deciding a championship? We had it with the elimination race. Could you imagine this? To decide a Marble League. To see your favorite team. To see the Pinkies. My beloved. As the number 1 Pinkies stan, I still get nauseous with that. Could you imagine? Now, who would be sad times? Could you imagine Could you imagine Team Momo? Could you imagine Momo Momo? Run it. On the comeback. You have a 50-point deficit or 50 length deficit. You close it down to 6. You get hit. And then boom. Now watch red number 3. Red number 3 has been nowhere. Someone said it earlier in the chat. They've been nowhere since 2020. They've been nowhere this race. I'm surprised they're in 8th. They finished, 12th, 11th last race? They're not even on frame. You can barely see them in the horizon. So we've established 25 lengths between this little speck right there and the obstacle. So 25, 30, 33. I'm going to say they're 30 lengths back on Super Bowl at this moment. Watch this. They're going to get sprunked. Wow, I'm just in love with this head-on angle. Oh yeah, watch. You can see Super Bowl going boink. And look, they're backwards. They're still backwards. They're spinning in place. Still spinning in place. And now they have momentum. Now they're actually moving forward. But red number 3. 35 lengths back. And now they're less than 1. And Silverbolt cleared this obstacle for them. And now they can just take the top lane. And then Super Bowl gets whacked by the obstacle again. Super Bowl, ice up, son. Ice up. Because, oh my goodness, if physics is not your friend. Yeah, need artwork at the Super Bowl moment for real. I'm excited to see what Fish Mushroom has planned for these art pieces. He is in school. He put out a tweet saying that he's not going to be having a whole lot of time to draw these. But he needs to draw Super Bowl. If his commissions are open, time zones are a weird thing. But just like Super Bowl getting absolutely smacked by this. Man. And then whoever was behind red number 3, is that Blizzard Blaster? Wow, Blizzard Blaster, dude, everyone is just completely smacking Super Bowl. I almost feel sorry for them. This is absolutely unbelievable. This luck. You had a chance. Man. You had a chance to compete, to stay in this race, to maybe at least make top 5. Crazy Cat Psy in 4th, they're right there. That could have been you, Super Bowl, right here, but instead of challenging for a podium spot, anything that did go happen, anything that could go wrong, happened. Yeah, International Bully Super Bowl Day. Because look, still spinning. Red number 3 avoids it. It tilts just in the way of Blizzard Blaster. So they end up taking the bottom lane. But they still have more momentum than Super Bowl, so they're going to close in. Hit the split, navigate it, and then he's gonna bonk Super Ball again. And then Cool Moody with the primo jump. Absolute split. If this was the Pinky Toe 2020 moment, I wouldn't have even been mad. But Cool Moody, a trick shot moment. This is probably the best obstacle in Sand Marble Rally. So much happened at this one intersection, this one split, this one fork in the road, and believe you me, it forked over Super Ball. Yeah, give me that quarter speed. Watch Cool Moody. Just like, no, I'm not even bothering with this traffic jam. I'm a hardcore parkour. Yeah, Cool Moody being cool. Absolutely. Okay, just watch this whole sequence. This whole sequence. 25 speed. Yeah. Donked again, lollipop, and then Cool Moody, not even wanting to bother with that bump and grind with that traffic jam. Absolute parkour. That is why that is the thumbnail, because Cool Moody, too cool for school, and then really challenges it. Slimer's still donked up, although that lead has grown considerably. What does the wood do? That's not a trap? Is it just a bridge? There's no way to fall on it. We didn't get to see a lot of that. Oh no, there's a split. There's a little bump on it. Okay, that's what it does. Little bump. So all of a sudden, red number 3, Cool Moody's in it, and then Super Ball has just left the picture. That's why we love Sand Rally so much, because leads are not guaranteed, and anything can happen. Nothing is for sure. Wait, oh, Slimer hit that obstacle badly. Now his Super Ball is gonna overtake them. Wrong. Super Ball's left the picture. They've left the building. They're completely out of it. And then red number 3, Cool Moody, in the top 8. And then you're at the line. Ghost Plasma almost got that sub 2. You think we're going to see a marble beat a 2-minute mark? Because my goodness, 61/100th of a second from getting a time below 2 minutes. Blizzard Blaster. Ooh, Blizzard Blaster at the end. They've been consistent. They have 2 7th place finishes and a 9th. So that's consistently mid. My bingo says at least 5th overall. I think that could happen. Just stay mid with a couple medals. Now, yeah, Ghost Plasma Duct Tape messing up my bingo a bit, not letting everyone podium. But so far, 7 marbles out of the 16 competitors have podiumed. And we still got over half the races. We still got 7 races left. So I'm thinking it's happening. I'm not worried about it. So yeah, Ghost Plasma Duct Tape. Watch Blizzard Blaster and Lollipop at the line. We only get a finish line camera. We need like a final curve camera. And I like that it curved at the end. Because it gives space for stuff like this. Lollipop right here, trying to get past Cool Moody. Cool Moody playing stellar defense, not letting them pass. They get a little bump, get a little stiff arm. And then Blizzard Blaster comes from the far side. And then passes Lollipop at the line. And challenges for Cool Moody. But Cool Moody built different. Cool Moody been around these parts before. Not their first rodeo. Oh, look at that mean muggin'. Look how cool he is with it. Absolutely smug mug. Knowing that Blizzard Blaster will not beat them this time. And then Lollipop. And then Cobra. And there's Super Ball, who could have been in 5th, who could have been in 4th. Drops all the way to 12th. And that's why we get to see this race again. This same track. Because maybe next time, especially with the starting order, they'll be front row, far right. Super Bowl. Maybe they'll have a better time with these obstacles. Or not, knowing Super Bowl. Yeah, and then Grasshopper, and that's it. So Grasshopper was the last of all the finishers. And now we get all this slow motion. Amethyst GOAT. Amethyst being a really strong competitor. Now, you know how I said that anything can happen, right? Because it's Sand Rally. Red number 3, one of the years you won it. Won a race, DNF'd, and then won a race. In that order. Win, no points, and then another win. The top 2 marbles from the first race, DNF'd the second race. And they are back in the top 4 for race 3. And I said that Amethyst should have been given credit for 16th because that would have helped my bingo card going from 1st to 16th. Instead they went 1st to 15th. But who is in 16th? Race 2 of the 2023 Sand Rally season. It was Ghost Plasma. Ghost Plasma was the first marble to fall off the track in race 2. That credits them with 16th place. And they climb back on top. Ghost Plasma, thank you. We getting this bingo, folks. It is gonna happen. One of these days. Any day now. That's too big. Needs to be like 200. I think it's like 190. It's happening. All right. Holy cow. Certainly was not wire to wire. I do not believe we'll see anything like that We almost had that Pinky Toe 2020. And a lot of these squares we will have to wait for the end of the season to see. There's been questions about the photo finish because Sand Rally ain't built like the Marble League. That a 100th of a second finish did not go to a photo finish because they didn't need it. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to wait to see if they actually do a photo finish. And if not, then I will count race 2 as a photo finish, even though it didn't go to a photo finish, because I'm not sure if they're doing photo finishes in the Sand Rally, at least in this season. Marbly McMarbleface DNFing. This bingo card was made after qualifiers, so it will have to be during the showdown races, and I think that'll happen. I crunched the numbers, acting like a bookie on some sports betting. I gave it a -110 for Marbly McMarbleface, which basically means it's likely to happen, and it's just about a coin flip. It's about 52% chance of Marbly McMarbleface DNFing during the showdown. Raldo. Yeah, someone asked, did I find Raldo? Someone responded, they found Raldo behind the podium. Let's see. Zoom out. Oh, there they are. Cheesin'. Look at that cheesin'. There we go. Found Raldo. What was Raldo's difficulty? Medium. Raldo is not present along the track. He's still in the video. And there he is. Absolutely cheesing. Who is Raldo? Why do they get the special treatment? It's like the Marlins fan. Even though he doesn't get to be on the field, though. That's like if you let a fan onto the field because it's like where's Raldo? Yeah, we need some Raldo fan art. I need a Raldo shrine. And then we get these replays. No problem. No issues with the starting gate yet. No bugs on the track yet. Man, slow rolling. Oh yeah, there's the backup. There's that collision. What happened? Reflector and Wisp of Darkness. What happened? Just get slowed up on something. I don't even know what happened. Like, actually. What happened? Just an uneven part? Momentum, not momentum-ing enough? Alright, there's that pass by duct tape. Yeah, nice. And then, yeah, everything happening. Super Bowl, just not a fan of these spinny roundies. Let's see if that can change for race 4. And then, yeah, doing the different angle. Cool Moody going airborne. Absolutely sick with it. Cool Moody may not have gotten on the podium, may not have been top 5, but had a good race. Like, he's having fun out there. That's all you could hope for one of these competitors. You don't want Raldo fan art? We already have Raldo X Cleocatra. Where? Looking this up. Because if I haven't seen it, it doesn't exist. Because I don't have object permanence. I need this fan art. I'm a normal person. Dinosaur. I need this happening. Reflector and Cobra need to retire. These are spicy takes. Absolutely spicy. Alright, so those are your... I mean, Cobra, yeah, Cobra Reflector. They're definitely not getting retired this season. They're definitely tired of being completely doo-doo. Yeah, Pollo Loco is barely staying in the top half. Well, I guess 7 over Blizzard Blaster. I think Blizzard Blaster could get top 5. Amethyst is sliding down. I think Amethyst still has a shot at winning it all. And of course, Silverbolt goes Plasma, hogging the podium. There's still time. It'll be tough. Cobra and Reflector, I mean, they can still get medals, hopefully, but you gotta move mountains. You gotta have Silverbolt 2 DNFs. Reflector would need to win 2 races, and then they'll be back on top. Yeah, Pollo Loco will be front row next race. So here we go back again. It disappeared. This is the starting lineup for race 4. This will be an interesting one. Again, there's no guarantees, nothing's for sure. Super Bowl might have a better time. If they're on the outside edge, cutting back inside, they can be in the top pack, maybe top 5. But here's hoping: if you are Super Bowl, you don't want these obstacles doing you in, because that was a very rough race for them. So Reflector in the 4th spot in the middle, Cobra P1. But I mean, race 2, P1 went off. No, Crazy Cat Size. First race, they were P1. They were leading the pack, and then they just neumed right off of the course. So nothing's guaranteed if you're front row. It's just gonna be some good stuff happening. Alright, so where are we? Cool Moody, Airborne, hell yeah. Pollo, Reflector, DNF, Wisp of Darkness, DNF. Pollo Shrieks Over. Plasma and Duct Tape being good. Found Raldo, so that checks out that. And we got the bingo. Or not a bingo, but more bingo. A bingo spot, rather. Where are we? So, Cool Moody, 0 race wins. Still on track for that. Marble League Marble Sided That has not happened. Did Greg say penultimate? He might say it race 9. I think just about every time it's been the penultimate race, he said penultimate. No injuries yet. No fan invasion yet. They've been doing a better job of the sections, making sure that no fan falls in. Dragon's Egg will have to wait for them. We'll have to wait for the showdown of the Sand Rally. Red number 3 still have to wait. Of course, new champion, gonna have to wait for that. At the end. Race not on sand. I'm pretty sure all these races are gonna be on sand, unfortunately, by the looks of things. Blazing Fireball, gonna have to wait. Race delay. And then again, we're gonna leave this as a question mark. We're gonna see if they do an actual photo finish to see if they do an actual photo finish. If not, then this is. We'll put an asterisk. Put an asterisk. Let me just. Boom. Call it good. And then Greg tests that. Of course, I'm hoping that Greg's gonna test that one out. Greg mentioned it just rained. I mean, all of these looking like they could happen. So far, I am thinking. This row could happen. And I'm thinking this one or this one. Maybe not of Greg. But race with no DNF is going to be tough. But yeah, race with no DNF and wire to wire, those are going to be tough ones to get. And then maybe this one, just because I have the free space. But it could happen. So that's been an hour. I got through all my minutes. Reading through some of these comments now. Use these bingo cards for merch. Did anyone get points for finding Raldo in the Marble League? I have no idea what happened with the Raldo search for the Marble League. There's been no mention of it since then. Duct Tape should have won. Yeah. But, I mean, they're in 4th. They'll be fine. They were in 9th. Duct Tape's going to be fine. 8 points behind. This is anyone's championship. 3 races down, 7 to go. Anything can happen. Maybe not for Cobra and Reflector. But they could at least get a win. Or a podium. Okay. Every single racer gets on the podium. I think that could definitely happen. I forget what I put those odds at, actually. But I did do the number crunching. Alright, here's some. I have red number 3 getting 3rd. I have it a minus 117. That's actually pretty good if you're red number 3. So yeah, here's hoping we get a bingo. Well, Cobra did win from pole position last season. Okay, so you're telling me there's a chance. You're telling me there's a chance. I'm liking that. Okay, let's see. Let's crunch these numbers. There are 16 possible spots because there's 16 racers. 3 of them are called the podium. So that's 3 out of 16 chance. You know, starting gate bias and all these other things notwithstanding. 3 out of 16. Is that time? That's not times 16. But that's going to be times 10. Nah. Math is not my friend on this one. 45% ish. So give it like a plus 120. Doesn't sound right. Sounds about right actually. I'm having faith that yeah, 8 points in 3 races definitely. No, there's at least hope for some of these racers to get on the podium. If you are, yeah, let's jinx them. If you are below 11th, because I want red number 3 in the mix. If you're 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, you're done. You're done. If you're in the bottom 5, you're done. You're not winning. You're not winning this. Pack up, go home. Red number ghost. But I have been wrong in the past. I've been very wrong in the past about some of these things. These races need chance. Yeah, I agree. These races need chance. All right. Got through my minutes. Got through the video. It's been an hour. So, I hope you all have a great rest of your day. I will hopefully have stuff soon. But if I don't, then I will see you next Friday for race 4, where we will talk about the podium that is who should be the podium that is Crazy Cat's Eye Super Bowl and Lollipop, in that order. Now, red number 3. Super Bowl, Lollipop, red number 3. In that order. That's what will happen. Those are my predictions. Have a good rest of your day. Have a good week. I will see y'all when I see y'all. And as always, Waluigi's gonna lead us out. Take care. Goodbye.